Karina Aldana. I'm 27 years old. You can follow me on Instagram at Fruity Monet. And my friend Yami is here today. We are doing this video together to talk a little bit more about motivation, personal development, and more of like how are we taking care of ourselves. So you are welcome to introduce yourself.
Yes. Well, hello everyone. My name is Yami Portillo, and you can follow me on Instagram at Yami Portillo 9. And well, I'm 31 years old. I'm a mom of three boys. I have a teenager at home, which is that's all I can say. But yeah, we're gonna be talking a little bit for personal development and how much I've been growing lately these past few days, especially now that we're stuck at home mostly doing nothing. So I had so much time to work on myself this year. So that's something positive. So I'm not sure if you want to start first, Karina, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk a little bit more of like my morning routine. So my Monday through Friday is waking up at 5 in the morning, you know, meditating a little bit and starting off my day with, taking care of myself with my skincare routine, my hair care routine. And once doing that, I also do my makeup because I love doing TikToks, I love doing videos, I love doing collaborations with other people, and that is how we grow and we, know more people within anywhere in the world, and everything through social media. That's amazing. Like my mind is, blown because through social media we are able to reach more people, and that's incredible. So then I, start with my personal development at 8 in the morning, and everything that I am soaking in, everything that I am learning, I am writing down my notes and putting it to action. That's very important because at the beginning, I would not do that and I would not see results. It doesn't matter if, with people or with me, like personal goals, I would just feel stuck and stressed when this should not be about that, and it should be more about enjoying yourself and growing along the way. So I've definitely learned how to manage a little bit more my time. I've always been a person that I'm really organized. So managing my time, putting everything into a schedule, definitely still living, my lifestyle. I am a mother of a 1 year old and a half, so she has a lot of energy throughout the day and wakes up like 9 or 10 in the morning. So I'm definitely ready already by the time that she is waking up to actually enjoy being with her.
Yeah. Well, you beat me because you wake up at 5 in the morning. I used to do that, but for some reason, I've been um I haven't been doing that lately. So,
Mhm.
but my schedule when I wake up, I first wake up around 6 or 6:30,
Mhm.
and waking up that early is really important. Like everybody's asleep. I know that's my me time, and as soon as I wake up, I meditate for a little while. I give thanks, and I start reading a book, and that's what something that I've noticed a lot that has been helping me a lot with personal development. That before I used, because I love books. I love to read. I ever since I can remember, I always had been carrying books with me. But the problem is that I used to read books that they wouldn't help me at all. Like I'll just read the random books, and I will read like romance books and stuff like that. Something that, I mean, it's not bad, but it wasn't helping me in any way.
Mhm.
You were gonna say something?
Yeah, like I feel like you were reading books that you enjoyed, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really like educating yourself with like mental or like personal
Exactly.
development things. Mhm.
Exactly. So when I started, because we're both in this business, and when I started doing this business that we're both doing, um, it taught me so much, like from the beginning. It taught me to be more consistent with what I do. Something that I have felt so much, like you can't imagine how much. Like I will start a project and leave it not even halfway. Like I will start something 2, 3 days later, I will forget about it and never go back to it. Like if you see all the things I started all through my life, I could make a book. And it'll probably have like 1,000 pages that will be nonsense, because I never finished something. So I just started doing something and I'll never finish it. And well, this business is helping me to stick with it. I mean, there are days that I do not want to keep going, that I just want to quit everything and say it's too much for me because I have 3 kids and the kids are soon are gonna start school too. So I'm gonna be a mom, a teacher. I'm gonna have to do everything. But then I'm like, well, I know I can do it. And these personal development classes that we take sometimes, because I've been taking classes as well, they have been helping me grow and helping me reach another level of myself. That something that I had never done before. I'm 31 years old. And I had never in my life taken a personal development class or
I
read a
know, I
book.
had like no idea. I had no idea about personal development. I've definitely like heard, that other people would do it before, doing this business, but I never actually done it. And the first time that I did, I felt like another world. I felt amazing. Like I feel like you're more open to things and you are able to receive more. And that is something that we like, even if we talk about it, it's something that that person has to go through to understand.
Exactly. Because I remember that when before doing this, I I didn't even know what personal development was. I was like, okay, I have so many bad things going on in my life, and then you question yourself why so many things don't go right. Because I mean, your parents, like my parents, they never taught me anything about life. Like I had to learn the hard way, like through mistakes. That's how I learned my way in life. And I'm like, I got to the point in my life that I'm like, I do not want this life anymore. I want to do something different. I want something different for my kids. I want to teach them something different. And it was like a switch that turned on in my head, and I was like, yeah, I need to do something. If I want something different, I need to do something different in my life. So I started reading, and another thing that I've been doing constantly now that I haven't stopped, I've been exercising. And I think that's something that helps you a lot, because when you exercise your body, it feels better. Like you feel more energetic, and like those vibrations that you feel, they're so positive. And yeah, those, like, waking up early, reading, exercising, that's like my main 3 things I've been doing lately. And I have been doing them nonstop for a while now. Like, I think for like,
And that's amazing. Like I've started working out a month ago. Tomorrow's gonna be a month. Been going to the gym and I'm just like, wow, it's already a month and it's so amazing to feel that feeling that you were saying, because during your workout, obviously, you're trying to put all the effort to finish strong and to accomplish your goals, because everything that you do is definitely a process and it's not going to take within the first 2 weeks to see results. But at the end, it's so rewarding to see your results. And that's just amazing for me. It's like a stress relief after going to the gym every single day and knowing that it's gonna be worth it at the end. And I'm just like so pumped. I'm like, I could do this.
I know,
Even though I'm dying, but I'm like, I could do this.
it's so rewarding because all through my process last year, I was weighing, I think I was at 130 pounds
Mhm.
last year. And this year, I've been so focused and I've been so consistent with my exercise. I'm at 115. And when I reached on 115, I'm like, okay, so now I reached my goal weight. Now what else do I need to do? So I won't like go back to where I was. So now I'm working on something else. So that way my body won't go to the back normal that I used to be, like weighing 130, being all exhausted all the time and being tired, no energy at all. And I've been putting in new things in my life as well, so they could help me to be in line with the things I'm doing, you know?
Yeah, and it's so like, to see the results and you putting the effort into it, because at first maybe you were like, is this gonna be worth it? Like, should I even do this? But at the end, I promise you that it is and it will be. And it's just crazy to think about, but you have to go through the process. You have to, dedicate time for that. And like in my experience, it's been kind of difficult as well because we have a 1 year old, so my husband also goes to the gym, so it's either he goes first, me take care of baby, and then he comes back, and then I go to the gym and he takes care of baby. But like, this is how I'm telling you that if you really want to accomplish something, you have to find a way to do so, because other than that, you're just gonna say an excuse or say, I don't have the time. I mean, we are all busy, so you have to create that time for you. So I feel like that's something, like, that's a great point to talk about, because most people say that they never have time. And in my case, I go to the gym, but I know that you, Yami, work out from home. So this is why I'm saying that, there is no excuses to actually start doing something
And
new.
I want my kids to do it with me as well. I have 3 kids, and I am like, if you guys are bored, come join along with me too. You know, I mean, sometimes as parents, we put our kids like an excuse to not do something, and they shouldn't. We shouldn't use them as an excuse not to do something. It should push us to do something even more. You know, for them. Because I'm like, I'm teaching my kids. Like, it's so nice to see my kids, especially one of them,
Yeah.
like he copies everything that I do. Like everything that I'm doing, he's starting to copy, and he's only 9 years old. So if he starts at that age, then it's gonna be so much easier for him when he gets older. So I'm like, I'm planting something positive in him already, you know. So I'm doing something positive, not just for myself. It's also helping my kids, and that's a big plus for me. Like I'm like I'm winning at this right now. Like I'm
It
showing.
is, and more because this generation is a little bit more like hectic. I feel like this generation doesn't really like, is not conscious of what of the consequences can be if you do something wrong or if you take the bad decision. Also now, like this generation, I don't see kids actually being more time with their parents. And that's kind of sad, because I mean, in my family, we're really, really, really close. So like Sundays is like family time only. And it's really, really good to keep, these traditions maybe, or things that we like customize to keep on, with time, for our kids to do the same. So I feel you on that one, and I feel like that's a very like good way to start, and to actually incorporate our kids to whatever we're doing, and not, like you said, not put them as excuses.
Exactly. That's why I always said never to use my kids as an excuse not to do something. It should be the other way around. It should push me to do something even more extreme so I could teach them you're capable of doing them, you know? Because I can't expect something from my kids when I myself don't do it, you know? I can't tell them you need to do this and that when I'm not doing. I'm not showing an example. So I can't come to them and tell them something because I grew up like that. Thing about kids, you know, that you get to spend time with them and you get to be with them and see them grow and share everything with them. Like that's my main thing for me as a mom, that I want to be involved in everything they do, even sometimes if they don't like it. But I'm like, I'm telling them, I'm the one who's gonna be there for you all the time. Your friends are gonna come and go. Like friends are here today and gone tomorrow. I'm like,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
and I'll be here for
And
you
that is so
every
true.
day.
That is so true, because I feel like we all go through that phase. And obviously we're young and we really don't think, about that in our future. But yes, friends do come and go. And if it's not like a true relationship, I feel like parenthood, it's very important for our kids to know that, and to actually for them to feel that we're always going to be there for them, but also to communicate everything that they are thinking in order for us to help them out.
Yeah. Like I've been seeing a lot of time. I'm not sure if you've seen it too on social media. They're saying there needs to be a change in the world. There needs to be a change for this, a change for that. And I'm like, how can you asking for change when you yourself not changing? You know, I'm not sure if you noticed that, but a lot of people are
Mhm.
saying that they want to see change, they want to see the world change, but they're not doing it themselves. So I'm like, we can ask the world to do something when you're not doing it yourself. Like that's what I'm like, that's why I'm working on myself a lot these days, so I could be a change for somebody else, so I could be like a positive influence for some other person that it's out there, looking for some positive things for their life, and to lift them up or something. I mean, whatever it is, but I'm going to be out there encouraging someone, and I know it's going to touch someone's life. So,
Yes, and I feel like that is our message as well, to touch other people and for them to start doing something positive, for them to change their life like little by little. Drastic change does happen, but definitely, with consistency and focus, a day at a time, you will see results. And I feel like and at the end, it will be so rewarding to see everything that you have accomplished.
exactly. And you start seeing the change in yourself too, because if last year somebody would have asked me that I would be in front of the camera talking to a lot of people, oh, you're crazy. I would tell you that you're crazy, because I did not expect myself to be like this. Like I always consider myself a shy person, a person that very I'm not sociable. Like I have like very few friends. Like the little friends I have, they're like, I'm a very quiet person. When I tell that to people, they're like, but you don't look quiet. I'm like, I am. I'm like, I am. All my life I always been like that. But um it's amazing how you change all your, like your nature, how you were raised and everything. Like you start changing all those things, because this is what I think. Like if I change the way how I was raised, because um I was raised, the traditional way that your husband works, you stay home, take care of the kids, and that was the life as me as a wife. And then I'm like, but I feel like I'm not doing enough, like I want to be able to set an example for my kids. I want to break that change, break the chain that holds us, like so trapped. Like you only have to be a housewife and that's it. And and yeah, I decided to change that about me. Like I'm like, I don't want to like be stuck in that culture where you have to stay home and just take care of your kids and husband. That's something that I try to change that. So hopefully I'm doing a good job right now.
You are. I feel like I've seen you since since you started, and I feel like I've seen you grow within these couple of months, and it's just crazy. Imagine within a year or in 2 years how much more we're gonna grow together. And I feel like that's like super cool because we met through network marketing. So I feel like that's what I was trying to say like earlier with social media and everything, that this is how we meet other people and collaborate, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a new way and it's a fun way as well too, because you're in one state and I'm in another state, and we're having this conversation, something that you never imagined you were gonna be doing this, because I never thought I was gonna be able to do this and meet other people from like around the world. I'm like, I never like thought about that, I was like, am I really talking to somebody on the other side of the world right now?
That is so
Yeah.
true. Oh my God. I wanted to ask you, like, at the beginning when you started the business, did you even know that you were getting into network marketing? Or what did you think? Like when you found out about this business, what was it like, what was going on in your mind, and why did you say yes?
Okay. When I said yes, I did not know what was I getting myself into. I was very, very scared. I had it's funny because back in 2011 or 12,
Uh-huh.
somebody introduced me to this other company,
Uh-huh.
but they never told me how to do it. They never, it was like so like not professional at all. Like they just told me, okay, just buy the stuff and join my team, and that's it. I never heard from them again. So I'm like, it didn't work. Of course, it didn't work because I mean, I had no clue what was I needed to do. So that was back in 2011 or 12. And when I started seeing the about this business, um, I was really, really skeptical. I was like, is it going to be one of those schemes again that they're just going to take my money away? So at first, I was very scared and I didn't want to talk about it, especially on social media. So I started using the products and I started seeing a big difference in my hair, my skin, and I guess I've been suffering from um, a lot of dry skin on my scalp and my on my face. I break out a lot. So when I started seeing the change, I'm like, oh, these things are good. They're good. And when I started seeing that a lot of girls were doing personal development and like taking courses, and I'm like, what? Why are they wasting their time and money on that? Like, I'm like, why did they just sell? And I didn't know. Like, I had no clue what this was about. And like, I'm telling you, I had no clue at all. Like, had no idea what was going on. I felt so lost, and I was like, no, this thing is not for me. I'm just gonna use the products for myself. But then when the COVID started like breaking out so much and we started to quarantine at home, I had nothing else to do. So I
So you're like,
started,
might as well do something.
yeah, I'm like, I might as well do something different in my life. So I started seeing the old videos from all the people, and mostly the persons that joined the same time as I did, they're very, very high in the company. And I'm
Mm,
like, I wasted so much. Like I did not believe in myself. And that's why we need to take personal development classes and trainings, because when you come with a background that you do not believe in yourself, it's like it's hard. Like it's hard to go forward with anything in life. Like it's gonna be hard for anything that you try to do. It doesn't matter what job you do, and it doesn't matter what career you try to take. But if you don't believe in yourself, you're never gonna reach far, you know. And I started noticing that I started questioning myself, and I'm like, why am I not moving forward in life? Like I'm always stuck at one point, and that's where I end up being for the rest for like 3 years. I stay stuck in that same place, and then I'm complaining about it. And it's because we need to learn so much like in our life, like for us to grow. And I started seeing a lot of things in myself that I did not like, and I'm like, oh, so that's why I'm not growing. So that's why I'm so like lost in so many things, because I've never looked into the, you know, to teach myself and be coachable and stuff like that. So when I once I started doing that, it opened my mind. Like you have no idea how much it started opening my mind, and like everything is just like, wow, this is a new world I'm in right now. So it's
I feel
amazing.
like once you enter to personal development, you have like a different perspective in general and in about life. Like I feel like you like completely switch into being a more open-minded, and that is something that I feel like, you know, and within the business has helped us a lot, and help us grow as well. So that's so cool, you know. I mean, at the beginning, I was the same. I was very skeptical, and then I was like, I don't even know if this is for me. Like, like why, you know? Like, I have to have a reason to actually do it. And then I saw, you know, that it was about hair products, and I definitely needed for like my hair to have that transformation that I needed. And now I feel like it's so healthy. Thank
It
God.
looks really nice. Like
Yeah,
I
and
can't
it like
wait to
it's
be shocked.
grown so much, and I'm like, it literally takes like a year and a half for my hair to grow long, and within the 3 months, it's crazy that I've seen it grow how I already had it. So I'm happy and blessed that I said yes, and I didn't even know anything about network marketing, personal development as well. We have so
Mhm.
many trainings for different things that I feel like that has helped me so much. And also our chat, accountability chat that we have with a whole bunch of girls, women and men that actually do this business as well and are in the top, and for them to share what they already know with us, I feel like that's just a blessing.
It is. It is a blessing. And what I've noticed a lot, having seen that a lot of people are getting attacked, like a lot of the girls that I'm doing this with, they're getting attacked because there's a lot of people like they get like they don't get educated in the things, but they just talk because they want to talk and talk negative about the products and talk like negative things about something they don't know. And I guess it's normal in human beings for us to talk about something that we don't know and something that we're scared of. We talk negative about it, you know, when because it has happened to me. When I don't know something, I trash it. Like I talk so bad about it. It's because I'm ignorant and I don't know about the things, you know, and that's why. And sometimes we close our minds and just go with the flow and follow everything that everybody says. Like at first, when I first started doing this,
Mhm.
I started looking up at stuff on YouTube and all the negative comments and everything. And it got into my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be bald. Because a lot of people say that these products make you bald. And I'm like, I wonder why they say these things because I've been using them now for like a few months, like about 3 or 4 months. And my kids use them too, and their hair's not falling. My hair's not falling. And I don't know where they get these stuff from, you know? I always wonder, I'm like, how do they find all this negative things to say? I mean,
And also, I feel like there's a way and specific manner to actually say things and not like feel for the other person to feel attacked. Like also the people that are actually doing this business, if you're a customer or client or someone that you're interested but doesn't want to do this business for whatever reason, like just say thank you and keep going. Like you don't have to stop and say all these negative comments and leave all these questions if you're
and
not actually interested in it. Like why bother and take the time and energy to do that? Like that's just
like and
something.
all the hate, you know, like I'm like some people are so full of hate that they want to spread it to everybody else. And I'm like, why don't you work on yourself first? So that way
Yeah.
you can be happy. Like, you know, because I mean, I used to be like that. I used to be very hateful. I can't deny it because I used to be hateful too. And when I saw somebody reaching their goals, I used to get, you know, that little voice in my head and saying, if she could do it, why can't you? But in a negative way, you know, not like in a positive, because there's some positive ways for you to. I mean, if I see now that I see somebody going up on their goals and going like reach their ranks in the company, I get so excited. But I mean, if I had done this a few years back, I would have been so jealous. Like I would like given up this opportunity and I will say, yeah, this is not for me. I'm not qualified for this. And yeah, I was really hateful.
And
Like
I
I
feel like supporting each other, that actually helps a lot to keep into being within a positive mind. But definitely, we are all celebrating our goals and ranks together because that's what is going to keep us strong to that success together. And definitely in the beginning, I was the same. I had no idea. And when I would see other girls, like, getting into like mid ranks or high already, and I'm just like, how did they do that? We started at the same time. But I feel like God has our points and time to actually reach our goals in specific
Exactly.
in the right timing that we need to. And that's why I'm like really confident into. And
Yeah.
plus, if you love the products, just keep sharing, because we are recommending these products for people that actually want to change their lives, but actually improve in something within their person. And that's what we're talking about within this whole video, is personal development and a positive mind.
Exactly. And that helps out. And that's why I love this company because they focus a lot on personal development, on growth, on gratitude. I mean, those things should be like already in your life. And that, but mostly we don't live by those principles, you know? Because I thought I was living good principles, but my results were different. Like my results were showing somebody that wasn't like doing enough, you know what I mean? um and this company has shown me and taught me so much already, like in so little, like in 3 months I learned so much, like all through my years. I'm like I said, I'm 31 years old. I did not know none of this stuff, and it's sad. I wish I known earlier. I wish I knew about this company earlier when I was
Yeah,
younger.
I had the same thoughts. I was like, if I would have known about this when I was 18, man, everything that I would like, accomplish and everything. But then I'm like, we can't go back in time. We can't change stuff already. So this is why it's so important to live the present and, still see within our future, what do we want to accomplish, and keep that motivation, within the time, so we can
Exactly. And if you're
actually finish
scared,
strong.
you
Yeah.
know, if you're scared, like if I was scared, it's normal to be scared. But I mean, you're gonna have all these group of ladies that they're gonna be encouraging every single day. And when you feel down, they're gonna be there to lift you up. Like I'm telling you, like some days I feel like I do not want to get up at all. Like I want to throw everything, and I'm like, this is not for me. And I get very discouraged, and I need to work on that. And sometimes that's the I question myself why I'm not growing in the company, and it's because of those little things that I haven't grow yet. So need to work a lot. So I could lead my own team and be a good leader to those people that I'm gonna be leading, you know. And sometimes you wonder why you don't grow. Well, it's because of that, because you need to work on yourself, you know. That's what I've been learning lately. That I need to work a lot on me so I could be a good leader.
Yes, to be a good leader and actually manage, your own team, and put that motivation and positivity to them, because that's what we're all here about, to spread that, momentum, and that, that energy that they need to hear and see, for them to motivate themselves, for them to actually write down their goals, for them to actually work for it, and actually see at the end that it's a it's really rewarding to accomplish your goals. And imagine you as a leader, even more to see your own team accomplishing their goals, and you helping them, for them to conquer it. That's the reward that we get as leaders, which I
Exactly.
love.
Exactly. I love it too. Like when somebody tells me that what I've said in my videos or what I said in my stories and Instagram has helped them, and that they're going through the same thing I am, and I'm like, oh, I feel so special now. I touched somebody's life.
Yeah.
Something that I would never. I'm like, but I'm not important. Like I used to tell myself, why are you gonna make an Instagram when you're not important at all? I mean, you don't have to be so famous for you to put out your input in the world out there. You never know. There's gonna be one person listening to you and following you who needs your encouragement, who needs that positiveness in their life. You know, like you never know who's gonna need your encouragement.
Yeah, and then like to do this business network marketing, you don't need to have a lot of followers within Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media. You do not. I started this business with no, I didn't even have an Instagram. I opened an Instagram, I gained followers, but at the end, I was like, I'm not even gonna look at how many followers I have. Why? Because that's not important. like you said, touching a person at a time, and then that's where you're gonna actually grow and spread, but with a purpose, like not just for the followers. And I feel like that it's very, very sensible and touching to actually, encourage others to do the same.
Exactly. Like when I started this business, I had like think my account was in private, and I started with 50 followers. Like, and they were all my family.
Yeah.
They were all family or friends of family and stuff. And now when I see myself them growing, I'm like, yeah, there's other people out there who want to listen to me. Then yeah, it's fun though. It's fun that you get to meet so much beautiful people out there, and it's amazing how many, like, the persons you meet, they how you connect with them. It's so positive and rewarding that you meet like similar people, like the similar people that the things you like to do, like it's amazing. Like, it's something you can't even explain. Like, I can't even explain it.
And that is important, to actually surround yourself with other men and women that have the same goals as you, because if you are not in an environment that you're gonna grow, then you're just always gonna be stuck there and not continue, like not grow. And also to get out of your comfort zone. I feel like a lot of people are like, there and confident in what they're doing, but I feel like if you actually want to grow and do good things and different things, you have to get out of your comfort zone to do that.
Exactly. Like, I got out of my comfort zone. Like, you can imagine. Like, my comfort zone is watching Netflix on the weekends, be on the couch with my kids. That's my comfort zone. And going live on Instagram, that's my biggest battle right now. Like, really, when you can't imagine how like nervous I get, but from going from video one to video now that I have developed all of these videos, I'm like, I'm doing great. Slowly, but I'm doing great. Like, I'm my own cheerleader now.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I've seen your first video and now I feel like you've grown so much, and that's just crazy to actually see. And for me, like I would be so nervous when talking to the camera, and then I'm like, why am I talking to the camera by myself? Like it was kind of awkward. But
Yeah.
with practice, like you get used to it, but also you already know what you're gonna talk about. In the beginning, you're just like, now what do I say? Like you're
Yeah.
just kind of
Exactly.
feeling the environment, the air.
Exactly. Like, oh my goodness, if I talk to you like the first videos I made, and then I went back to look at them, like, what the hell did I just talk about?
I don't even want to go back to my first video. I feel like my first video, I didn't even show my face. I was just like showing everything that I was doing, but I feel like I was so like nervous, and I'm like, I don't know. But that's
Yeah.
the point, to get out of your comfort zone and be free and do what
That's
you
the
have
only
to do
way.
to grow.
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna grow. Like, I've noticed that that's the only way you're gonna grow. Getting out of your comfort zone. If you stay there in your comfort zone, then you're never gonna grow. And if you see yourself from like 30 years from now and say, well, I'm stuck here, never did anything, it's because it's your own fault. You never moved out of your comfort zone. Like, I don't want to be 60 years old and say I'm still sitting on the couch watching TV and not seeing no results at all. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be that person. I want to be something different.
Yay. And I'm so proud of you. And I just want to say thank you for having the time to, do this call with me, do this video, and actually share our experiences for others to do the same, for others to get out their comfort zone, for others to actually do personal development, to start reading, meditating, working out, like working for them. That is really, really good. Nowadays self-care is very important, and it's
Yes.
crazy how like the world just like switched like this with everything that is going on. And I am so blessed and grateful that this has had to happen for us to realize and appreciate more of what we do have, and just take that time to actually be more with our family. And thank God. So yeah, anything that you want to mention before we finish this
Yes.
call?
Yes, I actually wanted to recommend a book. Let me go get it. I did not get it earlier, so
Okay.
hold on. Let me look for it. And this book changed my life. Like I got it last year and I never got to read it. Like I collect books. I
Uh,
love reading and I just collect books. Like if I like the cover and I like the title, I get it. And sometimes it takes me years to read it. And this book I got it last year and I read it this year. Like when we were in quarantine, that's when I read it. And I'm like, if only I had read it last year, what a big change it would have been. But no, like sometimes we leave everything for the last minute and we just don't do anything. So I got this book. It's You Are a Badass, and it's wonderful. I mean, this book changed my life completely. Like it's really really good. Like it tells you so many things that you question yourself and you're like, wow, if only I've known this earlier, my life would have been so different. Like it would have changed.
wow. Yeah, I definitely have to start reading again. Definitely doing like ebooks and stuff, but actually I feel like it's really, really different when you actually have the book and you're able to, take notes and highlight and do everything that you gotta do. I feel like that's more, you're more focused into what you're
You
reading.
know, I never had read from a tablet before. Like
Mm.
I do not like ebooks. I like the physical book. I do not like
I feel
or
like
audio.
I've done both and I really like it, but I feel like to actually, focus more and to actually know what to be more conscious of what I'm reading, I feel like physically it's a better.
Yeah, my way of learning is seeing. Like I have to see the things for me to learn it, for me to get it stuck in my head. If I just listen, it's just gonna come in through here, go out through the other ear. And I'm not gonna know what the people were talking about, what the book was about. Like I tried that once with the book and I'm like, what chapter am I on already? Like I did not even know because I wasn't even paying. I was supposedly listening, and I would just leave it like on the down.
Multitasking.
Yeah, and
You're
then when I
listening.
remember, like, oh wait, I was listening to a book, and I did not even know what the book was about. I don't even remember the time or anything. But having the physical book for me helps me a lot. Like that's my main thing. Having the physical book, it's good.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for having the time to do this video. Um, Share your Instagram so anyone can follow you.
Yes. Well, thank you again for inviting me. Thank you for having me here in this little space with you and sharing my personal growth and you sharing yours with me. And my Instagram again, it's at Yami Portillo 9. And yeah, that's it. So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
And also, if anybody has a different like comments or questions, you can leave them below. But also, if you want to know more about us or different ideas that we should do, like different kind of videos, you can always share that with us. And we are so happy to be here and can actually help you guys in any way. All right.
Yes. All right. Bye, Karina.
Bye. Thank you.